Hey guys, welcome back to Wonder Dad's Gaming. Another fun night here in the iRacing Fun League, and we are at Atlanta for the first race of the 2024 playoffs. So good to have you guys all out here watching. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a night race, and these guys are in the truck series. So we're starting off with trucks at Atlanta. Next week will be Xfinity at the Glen, and then the third race of the round of 16 will be in the Cup cars at Bristol. So it's going to be an exciting first round of the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of beating and banging out in the tracks and a lot of exciting racing going on, so definitely don't want to miss this series. But I'm excited. Race number one of the playoffs. Lot to expect out there on track, and I'm excited to see who's all going to prevail in this first round, and especially doing it Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup in the playoffs. It's going to be really cool. So real quick, we'll get off and we'll start off by showing you guys our round of 16 drivers. So there you have it, the round of 16 drivers all on screen. Congratulations to everybody who has made the playoffs for this 2024 season. And it's been a good season so far. I've had a lot of good races, and everybody on the far left side of your screen are all racing for a championship this 2024 year. So congratulations, guys, and good luck to everybody in the round of 16. Alrighty, on track right now. The qualifying round has just begun at Atlanta. So there's your round of 16 drivers. This is round of 16, race number 1 tonight, and we'll go through that a little more often. I'm going to show you guys last week's winner. Before we get started, though, I just want to pull up the playoff standings. So points have kind of been reset. However, we added in those playoff points, and what that basically means is the top 10 finishing positions from all 3 series that we ran during the year have been awarded to the top 10 finishing drivers. As I just said, Corey Goodall had the most playoff points throughout the season for Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Next up was John Ledger with 23 points, and Brandon Fiedler had 20 points. Matthew Karikoff, who won the truck season, he had 15 playoff points, and then so on. Wes Gallo had the top 5 with 12 playoff points, and so on. So there's your top 16 with all the playoff points that have been awarded. And we'll talk about that later on as we go on throughout the video. But real quick, I want to go ahead and congratulate Luke Mahone, who won last week at Darlington. If you guys missed it, last week was our final race of the regular season, and it was Brandon Fiedler who came away with the Cup season points standings win, or championship win. So congratulations to Brandon. Can't talk tonight, guys. Congrats to Brandon on that Cup Series win. And also, congrats to Luke Mahone, who won the race at Darlington last week. So there's your race winner. Followed behind Luke Mahone was Jeffrey in the 55, Jeffrey Belk. So congratulations, Jeffrey, on that podium finish. Getting P2 last week. And if you guys missed it, there was a late race caution, I believe, and a restart. And I think it was like I don't remember if it's a green-white check or not, but it was a couple laps to green, and it was a good finish. So congrats to Jeffrey on P2 last week. All right, P3 was Wes Gallo in the 07 car. Top 3 cars on track at Darlington. Good race, and congrats to those guys who all had podium finishes. Alrighty, so that's going to do it, guys. We'll go ahead and show you guys the Cup schedule real quick before we get started. So round of 16 at Atlanta starts tonight, and it's going to be an exciting, fun race. Under the lights, it's going to be a night race. Real quick, we'll go ahead and show you guys qualifying. So right now on screen, qualifying has begun. We have just a few more moments here. It looks like 2 minutes and looks like just under 2 minutes left in qualifying. So right now, Max Trone in the 94 car, he has the fastest time on track. Let's see if we can pull up his car. There is, his truck. We're in the truck series tonight, guys. He is not inside the championship, but he is out there competing with us tonight. So Max, thank you so much for tuning in here and racing with us. Luke Mahone right now on track, and looks like he just got out real quick. There is Steve Moorman in the 26 truck. Now, guys, you see that yellow banner on the trucks. Those are the guys that are racing for the championship this 2024 playoff season. Also, Barney Sigmund out there. Barney, good to have you out there with us. Good-looking truck. I like that truck. It's got veterans on the side, number 37 Chevrolet Silverado. Who else we got out there? Corey Goodall. Corey Goodall. Sorry, Corey, out on track. He's got those playoff banner colors on his truck. He's making his qualifying run right now. And right now, looks like he is being scored 14th, but he moves up to 11th right now in qualifying. John Ledger moves up to the top spot. followed by Matthew Karikoff. He has P2. Let's see if we can show that best time real quick. There you have it. John Ledger on the pole as of right now with a 31.407. Karikoff's a 31.422. All right, Marshall Dugan also out there as well in the 45 truck. He's racing for a championship as well. He's got those playoff banners on his truck. David Galloway Jr. also out there in the 27 Silverado, putting down his qualifying lap. We also got Jake Maki out there as well in the 13 truck. Alrighty, we got about 20 more seconds to go in qualifying. John Ledger still has the top spot, followed by Matthew Karikoff. Luke Mahone's third currently at the moment. Marshall Dugan is starting fourth, and Max Tronin's top 5. We'll see if anybody can top that with just a few moments to go. Joe Tardif also out there in the 88 truck. And that's going to do it. Qualifying is all wrapped up. Congratulations. John Ledger gets the pole here at Atlanta. And we'll show you guys that starting lineup. There you have it. John Ledger in the 25 truck on the pole. So thank you guys so much for tuning in here tonight. We are at Atlanta for 100 laps. This is the round of 16. Playoffs start tonight. It's going to be an exciting race. You guys definitely don't want to miss this round. Like I said earlier, it is Atlanta tonight. Next week we got Watkins Glen, and then followed by Bristol for the closing race of the first round. And it's going to be a lot of beating and banging out there on the track, but it's going to be an exciting race here tonight at Atlanta as well. Going to be a lot of passing. Hopefully not too many wrecks, but a lot of beating and banging out there. So let's go ahead and start through the grid. Right now it's John Ledger on the grid. He gets the pole. Matthew Karikoff will be starting on the outside in that 00 truck. Starting in third is Luke Mahone. That's last week's winner at Darlington. Starting fourth is Marshall Dugan in the 45 truck. Starting fifth, Max Tronin in the 94. Good to have you out there with us, Max. Starting sixth will be Bryn George in the 54 Toyota Tundra. Starting seventh, Steve Mormon in the number 26 Toyota. Starting eighth, Wes Gallo, who finished last week third at Darlington in that 07 Toyota Tundra. Starting ninth, Jeffrey Belk in the number 55 Toyota. Starting P10, Craig Bridge Jr. in the number 12 Ford F-150. Starting 11th, Brandon Fiedler in the number 39 Toyota. Starting 12th is Corey Goodall, who has that top spot heading into the playoffs tonight in the 333. Starting 13th, Barney Sigmund in the 37 Silverado. Good to have you out there with us, Barney. And starting in the 14th place position is Patrick Calusio. Patrick, also good to have you out there with us as well. And he's in that 18 Toyota Tundra. Starting in the 15th place position, Jeff Laraway in the 71. He's also contending for a championship this 2024 playoff season. Starting 16th, David Galloway Jr. in the number 27 Silverado. Starting in the 16th place position is, that's 16th was David Galloway Jr. 17th is Elliott Swope in the 33 truck. And starting 18th is going to be Matthew Heel in the number 53. Starting P19th, John Scheidrich III in the number 95 Chevrolet Silverado. Starting 20th will be Eric Olson in the number 64 truck. Starting 21st will be Jake Maki in the number 13 Chevy Silverado. Starting 22nd will be Joe Tardif in the number 88 Chevrolet Silverado. And there is your field, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll go ahead and get through the opening race announcements here in just a moment. And we're going to go ahead and talk to our pole sitter, John Ledger, here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get things started because truck is off the pace. Truck has pulled off and green flag in the air for the first time tonight. 100 laps are underway at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Man, I cannot talk tonight, but tonight should be a very exciting race, and these guys are going to put on one heck of a show here at Atlanta. John Ledger leads them down in the turn number 1 with Max Tronin right behind him. Max looks to the bottom of the track, pulls off a little bit. He's down below the line, and he's going to fall to the back of the pack here. Not quite sure what happened there. Side by side, it is Karikoff and John Ledger in the 25 truck at the line. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's Karikoff. He gets lap number 1, and he's going to get those bonus points for leading a lap. Look at Marshall Dugan, the 45 truck on the high side. He's got some high hopes for the trucks this season. As you see on screen, everybody with that yellow banner on the truck is racing for the playoff championship here. The only one right now inside the top 10 who is not in the playoff truck is Jeffrey Belk and Barney Sigmund. 3 wide down into turn 2. Marshall Dugan way up the track that time by. And it's still side by side. John Ledger and Matthew Karikoff. Looks like Ledger has the edge. He's going to move out ahead, and it's Steve Mormon that's moving his way up to the front in that 26 truck. Look at the 54, Bryn George. He's kind of giving the nudge to Karikoff to get him back up there on that outside line. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in here on Water Dance Gaming. I appreciate you guys for watching. It's going to be an exciting race tonight. Look at that back there through the field. That red truck is the number 12 of Craig Bridge. He got a little bit loose there. Went down on the bottom side of the track. We're watching Brandon Fiedler here in the orange truck as well. On the inside of him was Craig Bridge Jr. moments ago. Had a little bit of a bobble, but he managed to save it. So far, everybody minding their P's and Q's 2 by 2 all throughout the field. This is one of those tracks that they repaved, and it races more like a super speedway track. So the racing here is pretty exciting. Every time we come here, anybody can win. It's almost like a Daytona Talladega, but you got to have track position. That matters here most. Tires don't really necessarily matter too much. You just got to stay out of trouble, avoid the wrecks, and put yourself in position to win it here at the end. Alrighty, let's take a look at our biggest mover here so far. On lap number 6 of 100, it looks like Matthew Heel has moved up 5 spots from where we started. He's the biggest mover so far of the race. Right now, Max Tronin at the tail end of the field. He started up there towards the front and just lost a bunch of spots. Not sure what happened with him out there on track. We're going to keep an eye on him. But Max fell back to the back of the pack here early on in this race. Lap number 1, he pulled off on the bottom. Not quite sure if he had some issues there in that 94 truck. Luke Mahone also as well. That's last week's winner at Darlington. He kind of fell back 8 spots. And we got a spin. Caution is out.
I need to tell you about your car, bud.
Trucks all over the track. Caution is out. David Galloway, Wes Gallo, Marshall Dugan, Max Tronin, all involved in that, and Corey Goodall. Looks like Wes Gallo turned around the 27 at David Galloway Jr. Let's take another look. We're going to take a look from the chase cam. Yeah, it looked like Wes kind of came down the track a little bit and got in the right rear of the 27. And carnage just ensued after that all throughout the back of the pack. Looks like Joe Tardif managed to save his truck. Eric Olson looks like he might have been involved in that as well. Had some damage on that left front. Alrighty, bunch of trucks down pit road this time by. It's Corey Goodall, Craig Bridge, Eric Olson, Joe Tardif, and Wes Gallo. I think the leaders, a bunch of the leaders stayed out. John Ledger came in on pit road. Let's go ahead and pull up Ledger while we got us under caution. Hey, John, it's David on the booth. You got me?
How's it going, David?
Hey, John, I figured now's a good time. I just want to say congratulations for starting on the pole. You're off to a good start here at Atlanta. Good looking paint scheme, by the way. Love the colors on that truck. But how's it going out there? How do you expect to attack tonight's race?
I'm just going to try and take it easy, avoid the wrecks. You know, it is a super speedway, so one accident can take out half the field. And I think I'm just going to ride for a little bit. I can get myself back up there. I was trying some different things in practice.
Awesome, awesome. Do you think tonight's going to be pretty chaotic with this kind of style racing?
Oh, yeah, especially when it's go time. Right now, everyone's going to be wanting to settle down and just get some green flag laps in.
Yeah, I kind of just watched that moments ago. The front of the field, it looks like you guys are kind of minding your P's and Q's and keeping yourselves as 2x2 most of the way. But in the backpack there, we just watched a big one and took out a bunch of cars, or trucks rather, early on this race.
Oh, yeah, like me and Matthew got taken 3 wide. I wasn't expecting it, and I got stuck in the middle for a little bit. I would not recommend being there.
No, I wouldn't want to either. Alrighty, John, well, it's good talking to you. And, hey, I just want to say congratulations on starting on the pole. You're going to get those bonus points. And good luck out there. Maybe we'll talk to you later tonight's race.
Yep, enjoy the race.
Hey, by the way, which team chat were you in? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The one with Elliott Swope.
Alrighty, awesome, buddy. Good luck out there. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, have fun.
All right, there you heard it from our pole sitter, John Ledger, in that number 25 Silverado. He's off to a great start, getting those bonus points for starting on the pole. And it's going to be an exciting race out here. All right, it looks like one lap to green. We're going green this time by. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is going to be one exciting race. The lights are on track. Sun is going down here in Atlanta. And these guys are going to put on one heck of a show for you here tonight. I always love watching these trucks. And it's going to be one good race here for the first race of the playoffs. Alrighty, Steve Morman's going to lead them to green this time by. Pace truck has pulled off track. And here we go.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air once again on lap number 11. Steve Morman on the inside row. He's going to lead them down into turn 1 with Jeffrey Belk on the outside and Craig Bridge right there behind him in the 12 truck on the inside row. And there's Matthew Karikoff in the 00 truck. He's third back in the inside row. He's up there in the mix. I talked to Karikoff earlier in the season, and he said he had after he won the truck season championship, he said, man, I wish we could race more of the trucks. I had such a good time racing with everybody. He's like, I just couldn't get a hold of these Cup cars we raced last season. So he's glad to be back in the trucks and looking forward to make some noise here in the playoffs. But we only have 3 races of each series. We got 3 truck races, 3 Xfinity races, and 3 Cup races for the playoffs. It's going to be exciting. Our champion's going to have to master all 3 series to win this overall. And that's what I'm most excited about, to see who can do it and win the overall championship and master the trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. That's the cool thing about this series. Right now, Jeffrey Belk in that 55. He's still side by side with Steve Morman. And there's Barney Sigmund up there on the high side, that number 37. We don't talk about Barney very much. He doesn't race with us very often, but when he does, he always enjoys coming out here and race with us in the iRacing Fun League. But good to have Barney out there. Matthew Heel in the 53 truck, he's also out there tonight with us. Sharon Laraway says, hi, David. Let's go 71 and 94. Yes, indeed. And unfortunately, Max Tronin took Craig Bridges' number before this thing got started. So right now, Craig Bridge Jr. is in the number 12 truck here tonight, but he's doing fantastic on track. He's right there on the inside row, second back off the leader, so we're keeping an eye on him. And Jeff Laraway, right now, Laraway is in the 19th place position. Let's go ahead and pull him up. Laraway in the 71, just kind of keeping it safe there towards the back, which is a really good strategy to have. You don't want to be up there in the front too early on this race because you never know what's going to happen. There's probably going to be a lot of carnage, and your safe bet here in this track is going to be towards the back of the field. You don't want to be too far back, but you want it to be just in the reach of making the draft here around this track, just so you don't lose the draft. Keeping yourself with the pack and trying to avoid all the wrecks. Back up here to the front, everybody still 2 by 2. Matthew Heel giving a big shove to Barney Sigmund up there on the high side. I'm sure Barney's not too happy with him being all over his bumper, trying to get him a little bit of a push there on the high side. Right now we're on Steve Morman's back bumper here, looking at Craig Bridge right behind him. This is from the leader's bumper. Yep, Sharon Laraway, yep, it's all good. Yeah, Craig actually, what happens is that you can request a number in this league, and normally what happens is if some driver has a number that they want and they get in before the other driver does, they will get that number ahead of time. So right now, Max Tronin has the number 94 right now on track. Unfortunately, he scooped up that number, I guess, before Craig Bridge got in here. I have the 94 set to Craig Bridge, but I think Max just jumped in here and had it requested. I think whoever gets in here first and has that number requested will get that number. It's how iRacing's set up, unfortunately. But Bridge doing a great job here in that 12th truck and that inside row. That red on that truck really pops. That truck is super shiny. Patrick Lucio down to the bottom of the track there. Not sure if there's an issue with that. He's real loose there, sideways on the apron. He's going to get back on track on the backstretch here, but a little bit of an issue on that 18 truck. He jumped out of line. Not sure if he had some help or got bumped, but he's going to fall back, way back off track. He's off pace right now at the moment, too. Might have a little bit of damage on that truck as well. Yeah, Sharon, appreciate you for coming by and saying hello. Always good to have you out here, and everybody else that's watching as well. Leave a comment, I'll say hi, and we'll pull up your favorite driver. But let us know who you're rooting for in these playoffs and who you want to win or see win. Like I said, this is the round of 16, first race of the playoffs. Everybody that you see that has that yellow banner on their truck is inside the playoffs. They are all running for the 2024 championship this season. As you see, Jeffrey Belk on the high side, unfortunately, he missed the playoffs just by a little bit. He didn't have enough races under his belt this season. But he is in that 55 truck on the high side with the red Craftsman on his windshield. Oh, and Barney Sigmund up into the wall. Caution is out. Trucks all over the track. John Ledger involved. Looks like there's a little bit of damage on the back of Brandon Fiedler's truck. Matthew Heel was being really aggressive with the bumps and the pushes and just got in the back of Barney. I don't know if he turned him or helped him around, but we'll go ahead and take another look at that once again. But there's Barney in the 37 truck up in the wall. These guys do get 2 fast repairs here tonight. So with this style of racing, they get 1 extra cushion to make any repairs for stuff like that. Yeah, it looks like Matthew Heel just kind of bumped Barney up in the wall. Oh, you know what? It looks like maybe we're going to go ahead and back that up here just a hair. I think Barney got up in the wall by himself. I don't know if he had help here this time by. Here it is. Yeah, Barney got in the wall, made contact with the wall there, and that slowed down that outside row, and that's the result of what happened. So unfortunately, yeah, that's what happened. Alrighty, bunch of trucks on pit road. It's Karikoff on pit road. He's got the lead, but looks like Jeffrey Belk just beat him out in the 55. Steve Moorman as well. Jake Maki. Looks like Karikoff's going to come off pit road in the 3rd position. We'll be watching him to make some noise here tonight in the trucks. He won here earlier this year at Atlanta in the Truck Series, and he's looking to make his way back to victory lane once again. We'll go ahead and pull up Karikoff. We want to talk to him. Hey, Matthew, it's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, David.
Hey, good to have you back out here again. I know you're excited for these trucks, and I see you coming off pit road in 3rd place and starting up there in the front tonight. How are you feeling about tonight's race?
I'm feeling really good. You should know best because I've been begging for the trucks back since we left them about 4 or 5 months ago. So, yeah, they're definitely different trucks than what they were when we came here before.
So now I saw you talking about that in the chat earlier today. Did they update these trucks, or what did they kind of change about them?
Yeah, they updated the trucks. They're not as loose. I guess they're more realistic to the Cup. You can compare them to the next gen. Like, I'm tight out here. Before I was loose. I am jerking this wheel like it's a short track in the turns. It's just trying to, if you're on the inside, you are jerking left to make sure you don't get tight up against the guy next to you.
I got you. Yeah, see, I haven't ran the truck since they did the update, but I know what you mean. But yeah, you got to be feeling pretty good out there, starting up there on the restart again towards the front. Also, you're the first winner here or the last winner here at Atlanta from this year. So we're going to be excited to watch, see what you can do here tonight.
Yeah, if it's not me, hopefully it's as good as it was the last race. I think it was a photo finish there with I can't remember the name, but he bailed out earlier in the season. But
oh,
yeah,
I think it was Willie Mann Jr.
Willie Mann Jr. Yep. That was a good race, and I think that's what you're going to get tonight too. Here, no matter what.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you talking with us, and good luck out there. We'll be rooting for you, and hopefully you can get it done here tonight.
Well, I've been in such a bad luck streak. I hope I can talk to you at the end of this race.
All righty. Good luck, Matthew. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
All right, there you heard it from Matthew Karikoff in that 00 F-150. Pace truck is pulling off. We're going back to green flag racing here once again.
Green.
And green flag back in the air on lap number 28. 29 this time by, and Karikoff gives a huge push to Jeffrey Belk on the inside row. Steve Moorman was kind of sleeping on the restart. Look at Brandon Fiedler also to the inside. He gets around him. Steve Moorman loses a couple spots, and Karikoff to the lead in the 00 truck. Look at him go. That 00 truck is fast here once again. He won here at Atlanta earlier this season. We'll see if he can get it done here again. Jeffrey Belk still hanging on the outside row. He's got his buddy behind him, Brandon Fiedler in the 39 truck. Someone who we haven't talked about much here tonight is Joe Tardif in the 88 truck. Look at him go. He has moved up 16 spots from where he started. He started towards the tail end of the field. There was 2 wrecks in this race so far, and he's avoided both of them, and he's gained a lot of track position, putting his truck up there towards the front. And we'll be watching him all race long to see if he can get it done here. Get it done here tonight. He's won 1 race so far this season, looking for his 2nd win here at Atlanta. Sorry about the camera issue there, guys. A little bit of a blink from Joe Tardif from the 88. So Karakov still leading the race on that inside row. He's looking to get in front of Jeffrey Belk in 55, but just couldn't quite get there. He's going to stay on the bottom. Corey Goodall in the 333 truck. He has the overall point standings lead as we speak. He's down there 2 back on the inside row. We'll go ahead and pull that up once again if you guys missed it. So if you're tuning in, this is race number 1 of the playoffs, a round of 16. And Corey Goodall has the overall standings lead as we head into the playoffs. He's had 24 playoff points, and that's kind of how we racked them up. So points kind of reset, and Corey Goodall had the most playoff points, followed by John Ledger had 23, Brandon Fiedler had 20 playoff points, and Matthew Karakov had 15, and so on screen. Jeffrey Belk off to a big push from Brandon Fiedler in that 39 truck. Still side by side with Karakov though on the inside. This track is such a good looking track when the lights go down. They just updated Atlanta. They did not have lights here working on the iRacing server. Or service, and they just got that updated this week. So we were actually supposed to run a day race, and we updated that and changed it to a night race in anticipation of the lights. And this track does look great out there tonight. So as they come to the line, see if we can get some more scenic shots out there. Okay, there you have it. Lights are on at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the first time in the iRacing service. I just want to give a shout out to Brandon Fiedler in that 39 truck. Man, he has done a great job all season long. He has won many races with us in the iRacing Fun League, and it always seems like if he doesn't win the race, he finishes 2nd. And he's just had a phenomenal success here. And we've been watching him all season long have great success. He is the Cup Series champion, winning that overall series. So he got 10 playoff points leading into this race. Well, talk about what great success he's had here in that 39 truck. And once again, he's up there towards the front of this field running P3 right now on that high side. Jake Maki, a little bit of wiggle there on the inside, on the outside row right behind him. So far, 38 laps. We've had 2 cautions here tonight. And the only truck that is 1 lap down is Barney Sigmund. So far, all the other trucks are all on the lead lap. Caitlin Weller says 95 of John Scheidrich. You know, that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and pull up John. Haven't talked about him much here tonight, but here is John Scheidrich in the 95. And he is racing for the championship this season as well. He is inside the playoffs. And he has won a race already this season, looking for his second win. A little bit of a wiggle there going into turn 1 and 2 that time by, but he is up there on the high side right behind Patrick Lucio, side by side with Steve Mormon. Rocking the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Silverado. Thank you, Caitlin, for coming out and saying hello. Oh, looks like Craig Bridge way up the track. He made a little bit of contact with the wall that time. He's still going straight. Might have just grazed the wall just a little bit there. Eric Olson out there in the 64 Chevrolet Silverado looking for success as well. He is inside the playoffs as well. He didn't get that playoff banner on his truck. Might have to help him out with that, but he is racing for a championship as well in the number 64. He's came out here and had some success with us in the iRacing Fun League. He is the winner of the 2024 All-Star race, and I actually participated in that as well. That was a fun race at Talladega. It was a little bit of a fan vote. Everybody voted, and Talladega had the majority of the votes, so we ran the All-Star at Talladega, and Eric Olson came away with the win. That was an exciting race as well. I loved racing there, and made me real jealous because I wanted to get behind the wheel. Makes me want to get behind the wheel again and race with these guys. But Eric Olson, though, with the win in the All-Star race, inside the playoffs, looking for a good season and good run this year. All right, the leaders still side by side. It's Karikoff and Jeffrey Belk. Not a whole lot has changed in the last several laps. If you haven't watched these Atlanta races lately, ever since they repaved this track, they race more like a Daytona and Talladega style race where it's a super speedway. This is only a 1.5 mile track. But oh no, Karikoff in the wall with Jeffrey Belk on the high side.
Fuck is a goddamn caution for?
And Chad Nouse is not happy on the radio.
These 5 crashes, I've had no idea what's going on. All right.
You just watched it right in front of us on screen as it happened live. The two leaders have wrecked each other. Jeffrey Belk and Karikoff both involved. I'm sure Karikoff is not thrilled with that. He does have a fast repair, so he can rebound from that. But he is not happy. Let's go ahead and take another look. Oh, Craig Bridge involved, Luke Mahone involved. Let's go ahead and do the chase cam. Man, I don't know. I think did Karikoff come up the track, or did Jeffrey Belk come down? You tell me. I don't really think it was anybody's fault. I think the two of them got into each other. But man. Yeah. Alrighty, so trucks on pit road, getting some tires and topped off on fuel. There's Corey Goodall, Brandon Fiedler on screen, and your current race leader is Matthew Heel in the 53 truck. It looks like he stays out behind the pace truck. Marshall Dugan out there in the 45 truck. Let's go ahead and pull him up here in the chat. Hey Marshall, it's David up at the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. I know 3 cautions deep now. I see you up there in the front. So how's the race going out there tonight?
It's going all right. I qualified 4th. I'm up front right now because I'm on a pit. Well, I wasn't going to pit, and I was hoping pit lane would be open now, but it's not. So I think I might have just screwed myself. But I mean, it's going all right. I had to use a fast repair early on. I was working good with Karakov early. I think he started 2nd, and we were connected pretty good. But I guess he blinked. And when he blinked, I followed him up into the wall. So it is what it is. But I'm just trying to, buy my time. And we've still got like 52, 53 laps left to go. So I'm just kind of buying my time.
Okay, I got you. Well, I see you up there. It looks like we're 1 to go this time by. You're going to be starting the race as the leader. So good luck out there, buddy. We'll be rooting for you. Are you getting low on fuel?
Well, I got 15 laps left. I should have pitted with heel, but it said pit lane was closed. I didn't want to. I thought it might have penalized me or something, so I just
I think it sends you to the tail end of the field. Or so I think because we were going 1 to green, and that's probably why they closed it.
Well, if it was going to be tail end of the field, I would have gladly taken it. But at least I'll get a bonus point for leading the lap.
Alrighty, well, I'll get you back there in the chat. Good luck out there. And were you in there with David Galloway and Heel?
Yeah, yes,
okay.
sir.
Alrighty, good luck.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Alrighty, Marshall Dugan's going to lead them to green. Let me know, guys, in the chat if the race volume is too high. That is one thing that I would love some feedback on. This is a static cam, might be a little loud. But that's one thing I don't really get too much feedback. Pace truck is off. We're going back to green flag racing this time. But let me know if the race volume is too high or too low, if I need to adjust it. I turned it down just a little bit, but let me know in the comments if it's good volume or not. Green flag in the air. Marshall Dugan is on the inside, leading them down into turn number 1. Jake Mockey in the 13 truck on the high side. And look at Bryn George down to the inside in the 54 truck. He's going to take the inside row and take that lead away. Look at him come to the start-finish line, and he's going to lead a lap. He's getting those bonus points for leading a lap on lap number 50, so congratulations, Bryn George, on that lap. What a power move down to the bottom. I think it was those fresh tires that Marshall Dugan was talking about moments ago. He didn't get to make his way down pit road. So those fresh tires looking a lot faster here at Atlanta. I wasn't quite sure if tires would make a difference. You see Marshall kind of still hanging on to the top row here. Not falling back as much as I would have thought with the old tires, but he's still hanging on. And if you look 3 back, there is John Scheider, who we talked about earlier on this race in the 95. He is now in the 3rd place position, making some noise here. Craig Bridge Jr. also rebounded nicely. He's currently in the 4th place position here at Atlanta. Marshall Dugan, a little bit of a wiggle there on the high side with Jake Mockey behind him. He's trying to hang on to that truck. And it looked like Dugan on the high side, he's made contact with the wall. He's kind of fallen back a little bit. And there you have it. He's fallen back way to the back of the pack. Now back to the 18th place position. Max Tronin on by and John Ledger back there as well. Ledger, who started on the pole tonight, looking to try and rebound his race. I know he used a fast repair already. That truck looks pretty clean, so he might be just playing it safe there towards the back of the field. Elliott Swope out there running with us as well in the 33 truck. I think these guys are just trying to play it safe, trying to avoid the wrecks. We've had 3 cautions out there tonight with some wrecks. And like I said, anything can happen here at Atlanta Motor Speedway now that it's a super speedway style race. And these guys are just trying to play it safe here towards the back of the pack. So keep your eye on them because anything can happen as this race goes on. Corey Goodall up to the high side in that 333 truck. He's trying to make his way up there towards the front. Trying to use the side draft on Brandon Feeler. Corey to the outside row here. He's going to try and take that lead away from Bryn George. Luke Mahone right behind him. And Luke's going to sneak his way through the middle. He's going to try and get his way up to the front. Look at Jake Mackey and Luke Mahone on the high side. They got their way around Corey Goodall. And Matthew Heel in the Matthew Heel in the wall. Corey Goodall was trying to lead this race, and he had no help, no pushers from behind. He's now run 3 wide in the middle with John and Jake Mackey. So now they're all going to regroup. Bump there between Luke Mahone and Brandon Feeler. Those 2 guys have been racing hard all season long. I thought Brandon Feeler was going to lose it there, but he manages to save that truck. He got a little bit of loose there. William Boyd says, volume seems to be good to me. Race is a little quiet, but here you clearly, I personally wouldn't change it. Okay, I did turn it down just a hair. It seemed like it was a little bit loud. Speaking of volume, though, since we have the crank it up cam, let's go ahead and do a little bit of crank it up action. So fair warning, might get a little bit loud here tonight. Let's go ahead and crank it up.
Caution's out. Make sure you're getting yourself something to drink there, buddy.
Hey, Brands, David, you got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, buddy, see you out there leading tonight. That truck's looking really sharp. How do you plan to attack the rest of this race?
Just try to stay ahead, man. Try to stay ahead of the carnage. Mid-pack, it's been like a lot of wrecks. Just try to stay ahead and hopefully finish first. We'll see.
Has it been a pretty typical Atlanta race so far tonight? And what's the best place to be? Is it up front or towards the back?
Up the front, absolutely. When you're in the back, it's hard to make positions up. I mean, I'm sure you've seen some 3 wide here and there, but that's really been the only passing. So stay in front and hopefully stay up there.
Yeah,
It's been really difficult.
I hear you. Yeah, we definitely have been watching a couple different strategies. Some guys at the back trying to avoid all the carnage, and then we watched 2 trucks. The 2 leaders wrecked each other, which was Karakoff and Jeffrey Bell. We watched that moments ago. So it didn't look like the front was too safe, but man, talk about a roller coaster of a race so far here tonight.
Yeah, it's been definitely crazy. This track's just pack racing central, so we're all close together, and accidents are going to happen because of that.
Alrighty, well, it's good to hear from you, Bryn. Good luck out there, and maybe we'll talk to you later on tonight this race. Good luck.
Let's hope so. Let's hope I don't wreck like last time you talked to me.
I hope not. Man, I still feel bad about that.
Yeah, it's all good. All right,
Alrighty, good luck on the restart, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Alrighty, Bryn George is going to lead them on the restart.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air, coming to lap number 64 this time by. It's Bryn and Luke Mahone leading this race. And I apologize, guys. I just realized my mic was muted before I pulled Bryn up in the race. So after we did that little crank it up segment and the caution came out, I just realized I probably talked that whole entire time and I had my mic muted. So talk about a rookie mistake. I was showing off the caution between Marshall Dugan and Elliott Swope there. Looked like Dugan lost control, hit the apron there, and shot that truck up the track. And unfortunately, Elliott Swope was there on the high side and got collected as a result. But yeah, I apologize for that, guys. That was totally on me. Oh, a little bump there between Brandon Feeler and Bryn George on the inside row. A little bit of a bobble there between the 2 of them. I think he was trying to push them and just got loose. Look at Karakoff on the high side. He's right behind John Scheidrich in the 95. He's trying to get back up there towards the lead. Luke Mahone is going to take over this lead on the inside row in that 34 truck. So it should be no surprise that Luke Mahone's going to lead this race once again after the success he's had in the Cup season. He's now leading the race after winning Darlington last week. He's off to a great start in this playoffs. But keep an eye on him as he makes a run for the championship this season. Bryn George with a big bump there on the leader of Luke Mahone. Alrighty, these guys racing pretty clean up here towards the front. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. This is Wes Gallo on the inside of the 07 truck, right on the inside of Jake Mockey. Behind him is Jeff Laraway in the 71. Behind Jeff, we have Joe Tardif in the 88 truck. He is running back in the 14th place position. And you know who benefited from that caution majorly was David Galloway Jr. He was running way back in the field, and I believe that caution really helped him out, so he rebounded pretty nicely. Currently running in the 14th place position as he made the pass. Well, right behind Jeff Laraway, it looked like made the pass on Joe Tardif. Joe Tardif fell back a little bit there. Eric Olson also passed Joe Tardif as well. All right, Jeffrey Belk still on pit road. I'm not sure if there's an issue with that truck or if he used up all his fast repairs, but he is currently sitting on pit road as we speak. So Jeffrey Belk not in the mix. Oh, yeah, Jeffrey Belk is actually off track. He has towed it to the garage. Back up to the front, Karikoff on the outside of Luke Mahone. Should be no surprise that he's getting back up there towards the front. Leaders coming to lap 72 this time by of 100. The race is winding down. We've had 4 cautions out here tonight at Atlanta. It's been a pretty interesting race. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far here tonight. Had several leaders. Watch Luke Mahone. Oh, and they're wrecking once again. Caution back out. Huge wreck. Karikoff involved. Luke Mahone involved. Man, we just watched Luke Mahone drop down to the inside, and it looked like he was trying to block the run of Karikoff. It just wasn't quite clear. Let's go ahead and take another look at that here in just a moment. Caution back out once again. And there's Karikoff's truck all torn off. The rear bumper's all torn off of it as well. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take another look. That was way too far after the caution. Let's go ahead and take another look here once again. So Karikoff, and I think that's exactly what I just said or mentioned. I think it was Luke Mahone trying to block the run of the outside row here. He gets up, and I think Brandon might have gave a push to Karikoff, and just Luke Mahone was trying to block that run on the high side. Yeah. Steve Mormon also involved in that. Corey Goodall involved. Lots of trucks involved in that as well. Let's take another look. Yeah, I couldn't get quite the angle on it. It's not letting me, yeah. That's exactly what happened, though. We watched Luke Mahone just try to block the run on the high side, and that was the result. Alrighty, back to live racing here. It looks like Karikoff has used his final fast repair of the night. He's got a clean truck out there once again, so he's going to have to keep it clean if he wants to finish this race and contend for a win once again. As I was saying early on in the race, these guys have 2 fast repairs out there tonight. Normally we only run 1 fast repair. But with this style racing, we pretty much kind of assumed what was going to happen. We all gave them 1 extra chance at running this race. And I'm sure a lot of trucks have needed it. Alrighty, lights are off the pace truck. We're going back to racing this time by. They're heading down through turns 1 and 2. Everybody's going to regroup up one more time. Looks like we're coming to lap 76 this time by. So just 24 laps to go in this race. Alrighty, pace truck pulls off track. Matthew Heel is going to lead them down in turn number 1.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. He gets off to a good start. Wes Gallo is going to be starting on the outside row. And Brandon is all over the bumper of Wes on the high side, trying to give him the push to get out front. Bryn George still up there in the mix. He's second back on the inside row with Patrick Lucio right behind him in the 18. Max Tronin now makes his way up towards the front. And Joe Tardif up there as well in the 88. Looks like Luke Mahone has used his fast repair. He's still out there on track with a clean truck. For some of these guys, they are now out of fast repair, so one more wreck is going to put them out of the race. So 24 laps to go this time by. Coming to lap 23. Who's Your Daddy says, let's go 333. Yes, indeed. Let's go Corey Goodall in a 333 truck. Corey was having some success early on this race. He was up there towards the front, had a good run on the high side, was about to lead it, and then it got real hairy for a little while. He was running 3 wide with Luke Mahone. Karakoff was up there at the time, and also I think it was Bryn George and Brandon Fiedler as well. He was up there in the mix. But man, no position is safe out on track there tonight. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Corey Goodall as we, caution out once again.
What can we do to try to help
And it's
it if
Brandon.
we get another restart?
Brandon Fiedler involved. Patrick Lucio also involved as well. Caution out once again for the 5th or 6th time here tonight. Starting to lose track. All right, we need to take another look here once again at Brandon Fiedler and see what all happened. Let's go ahead and rewind it and take a look. So Brandon Fiedler in the 39 truck. Actually, let's go ahead and let's take a chase cam here. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So here's Brandon in the 39. And it looks like Bryn got in the right rear of Brandon. There it is. It was Bryn George in the 54. Let's go ahead and rewind that just a little bit. It was the 54 truck of Bryn George on the inside. Just kind of got right in the back. There it is right there. And that was the result. Bryn just got right in the, just a nudge on the left rear of the 39 truck. Alrighty, 6th caution out of the night, 20 laps to go. Everybody's going to have to be extremely careful from this point moving forward. A lot of these guys, like I said moments ago, have used up all their fast repairs, so whatever happens from this point out, a lot of these guys are going to be out of the race if they are involved in another wreck. Right now, Wes Gallo is going to lead them down under caution. Jeffrey Belk says this track demands so much mental concentration. Almost door slammed 2 trucks from losing the plot, going into 3 and parked it. Props to those that make it to the end. Jeffrey Belk, thank you so much for coming out and talking with us. Jeff, let me pull you up in the chat. Is that okay? Hey, Jeff, it's David on the booth. You got me? Hey, Jeff, David up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, man, I'm sorry you wrecked out of the race. We were just talking about you moments ago in the chat. So what all happened? Did you use up all the fast repairs too early on the race?
No, man, it's just this track, because it's pack racing, but so small, so you're constantly on edge and you're constantly just having to concentrate. You don't get that break like you do at a track like Talladega or Daytona with that long back straight. It's
Yeah, I
just
definitely
when
hear
you're
you.
in the middle of the pack, you lose that plot and you end up almost taking people out, and it's better to just park it at that point.
Yeah, I hear you. This is one hard track to... Ever since they repaved Atlanta, it's been chaos here.
Yeah, I mean, it makes for great racing, but you just have to be 100% concentrating at all times and any lapse of judgment.
Alrighty, I hear you. Thank you, Jeffrey, for coming up here and talking with us. And sorry you're out of the race, but we look forward to racing you once again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, take it easy.
Here's one.
Green, green, green.
Alrighty, that was Jeffrey Belk in the 55 out of the race. Has towed his truck back to the garage after incident early on in the race. And green flag back in the air with 18 laps to go. It's Wes Gallo in the 07 on the inside row. He takes the lead away. He's going to lead a lap as well, get those bonus points. And look at Joe Tardif in the 88. He moves his way up the track. Joe Tardif wants a piece of the action here towards the front. Looks like Matthew Heel is going to push him out front. Those two trucks kind of working together. Oh, the 53 is going to leave him. He's going to go down to the inside row. Oh, and Brandon Feeler in the grass. What happened there? Brandon, I think, got nudged from Corey Goodall in the 333. This is a replay. No, he just lost it. Oh, and slams the inside wall. Heavy damage to that 39 truck. Yeah, I think he just lost it. Just got loose. I don't think Corey even touched him. Yeah, that truck just seemed like it snapped on him. No caution as a result. Already back to green flag racing. And it's Joe Tardif out front still in the 88. Matthew Heel's right behind him in the 53, and Luke Mahone up on the high side. Remember, Luke Mahone and the 53 of Matthew Heel have had their fair share of run-ins this season, so keep your eye on those two trucks. 15 laps to go left in the race. Luke Mahone gets his way back up to the front. John Scheidrich is on pit road, as well as Craig Bridge Jr. And we had high hopes for John Scheidrich in 95. He was having such a good race, along with Craig Bridge as well. Those two trucks were having such a good race. It's unfortunate for them on pit road. Craig Bridge was having a great race here tonight at Atlanta. Even John Scheidrich in the 95, he was up there in the mix, was running third for a while here tonight. And it looked like he had a shot at winning it. But with 13 laps to go, I don't know if they're going to be able to get back up here towards the front. Looks like they have some repairs to do on pit road. Alrighty, but Joe Tardif in the 88 and Luke Mahone in the 34 side by side in those trucks. Bryn George still hanging on the outside there in the 54. He's still in this mix. Don't count him out. Looks like Patrick Lucio also rebounding pretty nicely. Oh, and the 88 gets spun from 34. Caution back out.
There, bud.
Oh my goodness, Luke Mahone and Joe Tardif involved. Joe was leading this race on the inside row. I love how I go to show the replay and it already happened. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if the 88 actually came up the track or if the 34. Alrighty, so let's go to our chase cam and let's take a look. So we're following Joe Tardif in the 88 and Luke Mahone in the 34 is on the high side. So right now Joe is down on the inside row, keeping it towards the bottom. And here's Luke in the 34. And man, that's a hard call. That is a hard call. We'll go ahead and back that up one more time. I'm not quite sure exactly if it was netcode. It almost looked like it was netcode. So we're going to just take one more look right here. Yeah, that's a hard call. I don't think Luke Mahone did anything on purpose by any means. I mean, especially with him having all that contact up on the high side. Oh, man. I think it was a little bit of netcode. They're racing super close side by side. And, yeah, that's just the result of that. All right, we'll go back to green flag racing here. Well, I keep saying green flag, but go to live racing here. It looks like Luke Mahone has made his repairs. He's going to get back out on track. Joe Tardif is still on pit road. The right front fender is gone in that truck. I don't think he has any fast repairs remaining. That is unfortunate for him because he was up there in the mix, going to win this race. Back to the leaders. It is Matthew Heel in the 53. He's going to resume the lead. Who's Your Daddy says, since the replacement, this track creates some massive netcode. I've been 10 car lengths away from somebody and they go flying. It looks like that's what just happened. Would you agree? I think that was netcode between the two leaders. We watched the leaders wreck each other twice here tonight. Repave, not... Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, the repave. I mean, replacement, repave, you know, they replaced the surface, so yeah, same thing. Oh, man. I cannot believe, though, as I just said, twice tonight we watched the leaders wreck each other. We watched Karakoff and Jeffrey Bell get involved with each other on the front stretch, and now on a turn 2, it was Joe Tardif and Luke Mahone with contact. Alrighty, lights are off. The pace truck is getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. This time it's under 10 laps to go. And the two leaders, it's going to be Matthew Heel and Bryn George. They're going to restart this race in the front row. Corey Goodall is going to be starting second back on the outside, and Wes Gallo in the 07 second back on the inside. Behind them, you have Patrick Lucio and Matthew Karakoff for 5th and 6th. Jake Maki is also back there in the 13th with Eric Olson in 8th. Jeff Laraway is 9th, and Marshall Dugan is rounding out your top 10. Alrighty, pace truck is off.
Green flag.
And there you heard it, green flag back in the air once again with 8 laps to go this time by. 7 laps to go, I'm sorry, 7 to go this time by. Wes Gallo all over the bumper of the 53 truck. Patrick Lucio is looking like he's going to rebound nicely. Has a clean truck, needs to stay out of trouble. I don't want to jinx it. Man, I don't. After I jinxed Bryn George a couple weeks ago, shouldn't say anything at all. And Joe Tardif back out on track, unfortunately, with damage. I think he's used up all his fast repairs. He's going to go a lap down now. And look at Patrick Lucio on the high side, trying to get up there towards the front to lead this race. 5 laps to go at the line. Oh, caution, back out once again.
Caution. You doing there, bud?
Corey Goodall involved. Marshall Dugan, Jeff Laraway, Joe Tardif involved as well. Jake Maki goes for a tumble. Oh man, if Joe Tardif just could not get any luck to go his way this season, he just got rear-ended. And I believe that's what was the cause of that. Let's go ahead and look at where is he at? Joe Tardif. Here we go. In the 88. I think that's what that's what caused it. He got a bump from Elliott Swope from behind. Right there. Looks like Corey Goodall checked up. There you have it. Oh, you know what, Joe Gregory? I am so sorry. I knew that too. I should have knew better. I remember your screen name on here being Who's Your Daddy. It's going to be 3 laps to go, so we're going to have a green-white checker out there. But Joe, hey, it's good to talk to you. We miss having you out here in the iRacing Fun League. Miss having Willie Mann Jr. and Randy Cawthon out here racing with us. We got to race with Randy and Willie Mann Jr. a little bit early on this season. And I think Jr. had an opportunity to go race in a different series. And that's what he's been doing here on Thursday nights. But yeah, good to talk with you, Joe. Hope you're doing well. So we got one more lap under caution. Matthew Heels out front with Patrick Lucio on the high side. Wes Gallo in third. Bryn George is fourth. And Matthew Karikoff is top 5. I feel so bad for Joe Tardif, man. He just could not catch a break. He was out there on track, used up all his fast repairs. He's just had some bad luck go his way this season. One of these restarts, we're going to show you the in-car camera here and show you guys what it looks like to go around this track in the pack. You're going to try and come back and race sometime with us? That'd be awesome, Joe. We'd love to have you back anytime you're feeling up for it. Come on back. I've always had good times racing with you here in the iRacing Fun League. But yeah, you're more than welcome to come back and race with us anytime. Corey Goodall, I know he was involved in that. Let's see where he's at on track. It looks like he's being scored 18th on pit road. The right front fender is off that truck. So he's working on some damage on that Toyota. Joe Gregory, I just saw that Martin Truex Jr. is going to race the Daytona 500 next year with Cole Pern as the crew chief. So that's pretty exciting. I know you're a Truex fan. But I'm sure with the news of that, you're probably real thrilled to see him back out there next year. Big Fast Racing says, well, it was a race. Joe, is that you? I don't even. I feel bad asking. No, not Joe. Joe, you're out there on track. Corey Goodall, is that you out there? Who's Big Fast Racing? Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is in the air. Matthew Heel. Yeah, hey man, no problem. Happy to do the broadcast. I forget, Big Fast Racing, I forget. Who, are you one of the drivers? I forget who you are. Yeah, I know, that's what I kept saying. Oh, Corey Goodall on the bottom of the apron there. Looks like he still has damage. Karakoff still in the mix in that 0-0 on the high side. Look at them. These guys are getting antsy. 2 laps to go. White flag in the air. It's final lap. Jeff Laraway off track on the bottom. He gets back on track. Oh, and they're wrecking towards the back of the field here. We're going to stay focused on the leaders. Matthew Heel on the inside with Wes Gallo on the high side. Yeah, I know. Martin Truex Jr. would have won another championship if it was him, Cole Byrne. It's unfortunate Cole backed out, retired. Oh, no! Gallo on the high side. Heel at the line. Luke Mahone. I think he did it. I think Luke Mahone gets the win. Avoids the wreck. Oh, Brandon Feeler backwards on track. A lot of chaos. That's a lot to dissect on track. Man, there was a lot that just went on in that last lap. Karakoff damaged. Wes Gallo involved. Let's go ahead and back this up. So let's go ahead and see what happened here. It looked like the 53 came up. It might have spun Wes. Let's go ahead and take another look real quick before we move on forward. So here's coming to the line. Oh, Wes. Oh, okay. So it looked like Wes Gallo in the 07 maybe came down in the 53 right here. The 53 was on the line on the bottom of the track, and Wes looked like he came down, got in the back of the right rear of the 53. That's what happened. Alrighty, sorry, back to the lead, our live racing here, and it's Luke Mahone gets another win in that 34 truck. He is back-to-back wins here in the iRacing Fun League. It looks like he's pulled off track, so we're going to go ahead and maybe back it up here just a minute. Alrighty, we'll see if we can pull up Luke Mahone here in the chat while we back this up here. We missed part of his burnout, so we're going to go ahead and rewind it, and we'll get him up here and congratulate our race winner. Hey, Luke, it's David up the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations on the win. Were you expecting that crazy finish here coming to the line?
Sorry, what was that? I had to mute my in-game chat.
Hey, man, just want to say congratulations on the win, and were you expecting that coming to the line here at Atlanta?
No, not at all. I was expecting Wes to pull through and be the one. Yeah, going down the backstretch, I thought Wes was gonna, be the one, because the outside was looking to be the fast lane in those last laps. And then I don't know exactly what happened. I'm watching it play out. It just looks like Wes got into Matthew's bumper and quarter panel, and as soon as I saw that, I just dove to the middle. I mean, not the middle, the apron, because I was told you can do it on the last lap, so I did it, and I was able to come away with the win.
Yeah, we're just kind of looking back now. I was trying to go back to that last lap with the checkered flag. But yeah, Yeah, you're good there. I said no going below the line before the last lap, and yeah, you did good. I just was looking at the replay, and it looked like Heel was on the bottom of the track, and then Gallo maybe came down to try and side draft him, and then there was some contact there, and then that's what sent him up the track.
Yeah, I think what happened was, I think West was trying to like set up a run and also like pinch him coming out of the corner, and I think he just got too close, and there was a little bit of net code involved from the looks of it. But it's just unfortunate for West because West has been so close to winning so many times, and he just can't seem to pull one together. And I just feel bad for him.
Yeah, I know. I do too. He's gotten close so many times here tonight, and yeah, that's exactly what it was. We watched netcode a couple times here tonight between everybody, and we watched the leaders. I know you were involved with the one with Joe Tardif, and then there was one with Karikoff and Jeffrey Belk. It
Oh,
seemed
yeah,
like
that
the
was a
leaders,
big one.
a lot of netcode here tonight with these wrecks.
Yeah, I mean, with it being a drafting track, you kind of expect it, but I feel like, especially with how tight these cars are, it's pretty nasty.
Alrighty, Luke. Well, congratulations on the win. You go back to back here in the iRacing Fun League. Congratulations, and you
Thank
move
you.
on to the next round. So big win. That's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Yeah, I was not expecting the win here. I'm very happy to do it.
yeah, I definitely think you upset a lot of these other drivers that were expecting to come out here and
Oh,
try and
yeah.
advance. So I'm sure a
I
lot of
know, I
guys aren't
know.
happy.
I know that Double Zero is not upset. I mean, not happy with me. If you want to interview him, he seemed pretty upset. That's why I had to mute the chat. But yeah, I'm happy to win. I'm just really hoping that Wes or somebody on EGR can win as well. I'll definitely back down next week in hopes that they win. But yeah, thank you for broadcasting.
No problem, Luke. Thanks for talking with us. Congrats on the win, and we'll talk to you next week at the Glen.
Thank you, man.
Take it easy.
Yeah, man. You too.
All right, there you heard it from your race winner, Luke Mahone in the 34 Toyota Tundra. So let's go ahead and see who came home P2, and that was Matthew Heel. And let's see if he's still out there on in the chat. I don't. He is.
We can make something happen.
Hey Matthew, sorry I pulled you up in the booth. You got me?
I know it's always funny when you pull somebody up mid conversation. Haha, yeah, I'm
My
here.
bad. Sorry about that. Bad timing.
No, it's all right.
Anyways, man, talk about a chaotic race. Man, how did the race go for? I know you were just short at the line. Man, talk about a close finish. How did the race go here tonight for you?
It was a lot of fun. I didn't really suspect the lanes would be so equal, and it was really hard moving through the field. But we kind of got out there with strategy. We were hoping for a few cautions, and we got the few cautions that we needed to be able to drive to the end. I really thought we had this one. Just good race all around coming out of 4. It is what it is. It looked like he came down. I don't know if he got a shove or whatnot. I'm happy to be able to hold on to the truck. I was hoping Luke would stay above the red line, but I guess there was a rule that I didn't see prior where he could duck below it on the final corner. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty good door bang and show for the finish there. But props to him. He ran a good race. He didn't, clean me out. But it was a lot of fun, and hopefully I can be around again in the future to race more of these.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming up here and talking with us. Yeah, we were just watching that last lap once again, and it looked like Wes was trying to set up like maybe a side draft or try to set up a run, and just got in the right rear quarter panel of your truck, and that's what sent him up the wall.
Yeah, it just kind of happens like that last corner, last lap. You just got to get aggressive like that. I knew something like that was going to come. I didn't suspect that he was going to hit me that hard. Like I said, I'm really surprised that I held on to it. So I should be grateful for a P2 rather than, head on into the fence and a P15. But it's a good race all around. We wanted to win, but I guess we're happy with where we finished.
Alrighty, yeah. Well, you definitely put on a good race, and you were in the position to win it. Yeah, we had a before the race started. I don't know if I made it address to every single buddy, but we were talking about in the chat on Discord that you can't pass below the yellow to or it's the white and red here at Atlanta, but you can't pass below to advance your position during the race. But on the very last lap, if you need to go below, you can.
Yeah, if I knew that, I probably would have raced him a little bit harder. I tried to leave him just enough of a lane because I figured he was going to stay up. And then when I seen him dive below, I'm like, well, they're either going to credit him with a win or take that one away. So I didn't realize the rule. I mean, props to him. He took advantage of it. It's in the rule book. I didn't see it. So, no hard feelings on there.
Alrighty, Matt. Well, thanks for talking with us, and congrats on that podium P2 finish.
Yes, sir.
All right, take it easy, buddy. All right, there you heard it from Matt Heel, who comes home P2 here at Atlanta Speedway. Misses that win just by a little bit. P3, it is going to be Bryn George. We'll see if we can pull him up here real quick. Hey, Bryn. It's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, P3, man. Talk about a chaotic race. I know we interviewed you early on in the race, but, man, how were you expecting that finish here coming towards the line?
Absolutely not, dude. I expected to die way sooner than I'm actually really pleased with third because I thought I was going to get involved, and I kind of did. I got some bad right front damage towards the end. I forget which wreck. We wrecked so many times today, but that was a wild one.
Yeah, that was nuts. We were watching the replay once again, and you were in that last pack of trucks, and, man, everybody was getting real antsy there towards the wall. Looked like Ledger and Mormon maybe got side contact, and Wes Gallo, he also tried to set up the pass on the leader, but just touched his right rear, sent up the track. But, man, you gained a couple spots from that coming home in P3.
Yeah, I'm very lucky I made it through that, and like I said, the right front damage was sucking me back so bad. So people were just passing me, especially when I started side by side with Heel on that restart before the final one. Unfortunate that I wrecked Brandon. I'm sure you saw that. I moved up. I couldn't keep it on the bottom. It was so loose.
Yeah, towards the end there, Brandon just ran. He was having such bad luck at the end of this race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got taken out multiple times. And shout out to Luke winning, not making friends, but winning races, and that's all you can do.
Yep, definitely back-to-back wins. Luke Mahone, man, he definitely had an upset. Definitely upset probably a lot of the other drivers coming in here to Atlanta, hoping to get a win, advance in the playoffs, and he came in and just shut everybody up.
Yeah, you should have heard the chat after the race. There was some tempers flaring and stuff, and people blaming Luke for stuff he didn't do, and it's a whole bunch of craziness, man. But it was fun.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm glad I actually didn't hear most of it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But all right, Bryn, thanks for talking with us. Congrats on P3 here tonight, and so far you're in position to have a good playoff run. So congrats on a podium.
Thank you, man. And shout out to Wes for making my scheme. He made Luke's scheme as well. He's great, man. And shout out to you for streaming the races. Always high quality content. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that as well. Thank you very much. And thanks,
you,
Bryn. We'll see you next week at Watkins.
Thank you, man. See ya.
All right, guys, there's third place finisher Bryn George. Fourth is John Ledger. We're going to go ahead and actually head off track. I think John, looks like John has already pulled out of the off track and headed out tonight. P5 was Max Tronin, and I don't know if I have Max Tronin in our Discord. I don't think he is. So that's going to do it here for tonight. John and Max off track. They are fourth and fifth. So here is the results, guys. We're going to go ahead and head out because we're running a little bit behind on time here tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And there's the results. Sorry about that, guys. All righty, Luke Mahone is your race winner. Whoops, sorry. Hold on, guys. There you go. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there. Luke Mahone is your race winner. He's going to advance to the round of 12. And Matthew Heel comes home P2. Bryn George was third. John Ledger fourth. Max Stronin fifth. Steve Mormon sixth. Marshall Dugan was seventh. David Galloway Jr. is eighth. Eric Olson ninth. Wes Gallo is 10th. Elliot Swopes 11th. Matthew Karakoff comes home P12. Patrick Lucio 13th. Jeff Laraway 14th. Brandon Feeler with a terrible race, just not lucky here tonight. Atlanta comes home P15. Corey Goodall came in this race P1, finishes 16th. Joe Tardif 17th, and Jake Maki rounds out the field in 18th. Actually, I'm sorry, Jake Maki 18th. John Shirich finishes 19th. I don't know if it's going to let me scroll down any further. Okay, I guess not. So 19th was John Shirich, 20th was Craig Bridge Jr., 21st Jeffrey Belk, and 22nd was Barney Sigmund. Guys, thank you so much for watching here tonight. And that's going to do it here for first race of the playoffs. And there's your schedule. We'll be back next week at Watkins Glen next Thursday in the Xfinity cars. So the second race of each round, we're in Xfinity, and then the third race is going to be Cup. But stay tuned. It's going to be fun. There's your playoff drivers. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're out. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. See you guys.